Frontline, an exclusive Facebook event. From the heart of Sydney, Australia, streaming from 7 News headquarters.
At this very moment, the world is in the middle of a rolling crisis. Our enemy is coronavirus, and we are all in the battle against it. What we do from this point could dramatically change the course of this deadly disease. Hello, and welcome to COVID Frontline, an exclusive Facebook event. I'm 7 News anchor Michael Usher. In a first, we're combining the power of 7 News Australia, Hong Kong's South China Morning Post, and the Straits Times in Singapore, and we're streaming around the world. Over the next 40 minutes or so, we'll speak to an incredible lineup of leaders and experts across the Asia-Pacific region to learn lessons from those fighting this insidious coronavirus. Importantly, we'll be putting your questions directly to those world leaders in the field of research, virology and epidemiology. I'll also speak with the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, and ask him how long he expects this to last for. Plus, we'll use Facebook's CrowdTangle to track what you're talking about across the globe. Now, this is a unique opportunity to truly listen to each other across the region. We are all at different stages in the battle. This is a chance for neighbours to help neighbours. Here in Australia, we've had 5,047 infections as of Thursday. Hong Kong has reached 765 and Singapore has 1,000. Now, the numbers are an interesting comparison point, but what's important is why they vary. With that said, I'd like to introduce you to my co-hosts for today. In Hong Kong, we have Yondan Latu, who's the Chief News Editor of the South China Morning Post, and in Singapore, Salma Kalik is the Senior Health Correspondent for the Straits Times. Really great to be with you both here today. Now, let's take a moment to focus on Hong Kong. Here's a snapshot. They have a population of 7.39 million. The first reported case was January 22. A win for Hong Kong is the fact that they acted early, but a concern is a possible second wave. Yondan, so let's talk to you first. Let's dig into that a little bit deeper. What has Hong Kong done right so far? What can the rest of the world learn?
Well, Michael, let's start with saying you have to give most of the credit to the people of Hong Kong themselves. You know, this is a population that has been scarred by SARS. It has experience. It knows how to react to a health emergency. Our people are resilient. They're strong. They know how to take care of themselves. They know how to respond very quickly to a government declared emergency, to the point of them being paranoid. You can even criticize them. You can say they're paranoid, but paranoid in a good sense. You know, they know how to take care of themselves in an emergency. Of course, credit also goes to our healthcare system and the government itself. Despite all the criticism, you know, our government gets a lot of criticism, but if you look at it overall, its performance, it may have been slow and indecisive at times, but at the end of the day, it's doing what it takes to strike a balance between protecting the public health and keeping the city running. We have experts, we've done isolation properly, we've done contact tracing properly, we have all the best experts. We'll be talking to some of them on this program as well.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that as well. Now, Yondan, what are the concerns in Hong Kong right at the moment? What are the people most worried about?
Well, that's a good question because it's not all hunky-dory. I did paint a very positive picture, but we're again at the brink with a surge in new infections every day. You know, being connected to mainland China was initially the big problem because all the cases were coming into Hong Kong. It was easy, right, proximity. Now it's Hong Kong's connections to the West as an international city that's proving problematic as well because, you know, we have, if you, let me give you a snapshot. So on Thursday, we have 37 new infections, 30 of them involving people coming in from overseas. So these are people, most of them are Hong Kongers, they're returning home. And they've been to Europe, they've been to North America, they've been to countries that have not reacted fast enough. And many of them are infected, they're carrying the virus, they bring it back. So we are dealing with that problem now.